I need to come clean. I'm spoiled. And in today's video, we're going to go ahead and discuss that. So buckle up. Let's get started. Oh, good day, you glorious bastards. So I am spoiled. I am fucking spoiled from this game. And it pisses me to fuck off that this game does something that's better, much better than that of Elden Ring. And that is going to be the fucking control scheme. I have recently got a chance to go ahead and play Elden Ring again. We were playing this on the stream the other day, and it was the randomize or that the randomizer that I want to do with the guts mods, with all the berserk mods attached to it. And I was noticing something. I was noticing how slow paced and how, you know, really you need to be adjusted to the game. You really need to know what you're doing, how you're doing it. Yeah. I don't know how to put it. The combat just felt really fucking slow. Like compared to that of, Lords of the Fallen. Lords of the Fallen has spoiled me on its control scheme. I have to fucking admit, man, that Lords of the Fallen, the one thing that I think that they got completely fucking correct in this game compared to everything else, to any other Souls-like game that I've played so far, is how fluent and how responsive the controls are. I thought for some apparent reason when, go ahead and playing Elden Ring again, like, oh man, I'm gonna be playing Elden Ring. I'm gonna be playing a good game. And Elden Ring is a damn good game. Don't get me fucking wrong. It is a fucking goddamn masterpiece. However, that masterpiece, if you compare one thing from Lords of the Fallen to that of Elden Ring and you compare the control scheme, I have to fucking say that Lords of the Fallen has a better control scheme. The combat in it feels more fluent. Whereas in Elden Ring, you actually got to think about your attacks. You got to outweigh your attacks. You can't just go button mashing. Well, I mean, you could go button mashing, but you're going to fucking die. But in all honesty, it is more based as the idea of you're going to take your time, you're going to take it easy, and you're going to control the pace of the fight for yourself. Whereas in this game, you're not really needing to control the pace of the fight for yourself. You could just go in and you could be as aggressive as fuck, and the game rewards you for being aggressive. In Elden Ring, the game, it rewards you for, you know, strategically placing yourself in the right spot and taking your time with the fights to a certain degree. Don't get me wrong, there is some aggressiveness that you need to push into Elden Ring, but in all honesty, it's not as good as Lords of the Fallen. So I really want to touch base on this because I think that, Lords of the Fallen really has showcased one thing in its entire gameplay that even its predecessor, Lords of Fallen 2014, could not do. 2014, we've played that game. That game is a fucking onslaught of its own. That game, it's clunk souls, but it has a damn good story, better fucking voice acting. It does things better than this game does in that terms. But I think that this is most likely the reason why you like Lords of the Fallen more than you like, Elden Ring or you like any other Souls game is because this game feels like, a better Bloodborne. I'm going to say, like, I think that this game actually presents itself as more for nuance. This is the reason why I think that newcomers to the series, if you're a new person who's just started out with Lords of the Fallen and you've never played a Souls game and you play this and you go play something like Lords of the Fallen and you're like, oh man, this game sucked. I mean, Legends of Fall. You go play a game like Elden Ring, you're like, oh man, this game sucks. The combat's so slow. It's doesn't feel good. It's because you never experienced true Dark Souls. You never experienced Clunk Souls. You never experienced a combat system that you actually had to think of it like a game of chess. In this game, I have live stream had full blown conversations, just run through it, never thought once about what the fuck I'm doing, and I just played. And you know what? That's what makes this game so good for live streaming, in my personal opinion. Is that this is a game you don't have to think. It's a game that you could just completely run through. You could just hit fucking buttons and you just kill things. And you just got to manage your health. You got to manage your stamina. Not really. Honestly, no, not really. You don't even have to manage your stamina. You don't have to manage your ammunition. You don't have to manage your magic because there's different builds for that. But in a game like Elden Ring, you have sneak attacks, you have different ways of approaching a boss, you have different things that you need to do, and even in Bloodborne. In this game, it's just relatively a non-thinker game. And the control scheme is clearly one of the biggest fucking reasons I've just come to realization that it has probably the best control scheme of any Souls-like game I've ever played. It's just fluent. Grant you, I know we have these little performance issues with the frame rate issues and everything, but you have to admit that when you hit R1, you hit R1. You know, it comes out, it feels good. It fucking feels fast. It feels fluent. The combat, your dodge roll is really fucking good. You know, you go really fucking far, even on a fucking medium or even on a medium weight, you know, it's not bad. It is really fucking good. And when you go play something you haven't played in a long time, like me with Elden Ring, you notice something. You notice you're spoiled on the combat. You're spoiled. You're not worried about fucking doing, you know, like this is one thing in Souls that I'm worried about is that I need to dodge at the right time to have invulnerability frames. In Lords of the Fallen, I don't need to worry about this shit. I could just fucking run through. My dodges, you know, are perfect. My attacks hit. Elden Ring, oh man, I need to dodge at the right moment with this boss so that way I get the vulnerability frames. In this, oh man, I could dodge and I can get out the way and I don't have to worry about the vulnerability frames. I don't know. Tell me what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Do you think, you know, have you gone back to a game like, you know, Dark Souls or Elden Ring? And if you have, are you like me? Do you feel a little bit spoiled? Like, you know, hey man, you know, Lords of the Fallen's control scheme's kind of good, man. It's actually, you know, I got to give it a positive. I think that this is one big positive that I've never brought up that should be brought up is that Lords of the Fallen, our control scheme is really fucking good. You tell me what you tell me, guys. What do you think about that? Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. While we go ahead and we fucking put this down and tell the Red Reaper to kiss our fucking ass. All right, guys. Well, like always, let's go ahead and get over to the channel members real quick. You guys are completely amazing. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, being a member on the channel, and coming to the streams. Like I stated before, when it comes to our streams, we should be coming back to those relatively soon. And when that happens, I would love to have you guys come by. And you know what? If you're watching this video, you are a member on this channel, by all means, you know, let's have this conversation. Tell me about what you think about the control scheme, because I'm going to be honest with you. I feel spoiled. So you guys keep me going. You guys keep making me want to make content, and hopefully we'll be able to get that started here shortly. So until next time, guys, I'll catch you all on the flip side. Have a good one.